Yeah. Put that else there. Alright. Alright. Hello. Smars here. I guess I've never actually done one of these videos before. Well, no, that's not true. I've done a couple of videos, but I decided to just kind of go ahead and do a video because I felt like, well, I was digging through a couple of emails and some notes on DA, and then one on Tumblr where I got some stuff that was specifically about Goblin, and so I decided that, I don't know, answer some questions. I figured it'd just be kind of a fun little video thing to do. So yeah, I'm gonna answer some questions. I'm gonna read from my tablet here. So, questions and answers. Well, the first one's kind of easy. It's an old one, but it was about Jeff and. Oh, I should say that I'm not going to mention anyone's name at all because I figured nobody really wants their name out there, you know. So, and plus, some people were using you know, screen names and stuff. So sometimes I can't pronounce, but whatever. But somebody wanted to know if when Jeff transforms, is it does he transform when he's angry? And I can say no. No, it's not really when he's angry. It's hard for me to explain because we're talking serious story-related stuff. But I mean, just no. I mean, no. There is a reason, though. I mean, he does transform for a reason, but I mean, if it's not something that he's willing himself, you know, it's something that, well, now he wills himself, you know, he decides, but it's not out of anger, no. But let's see. This one's really recent. Says, how do you get the images for the covers so clear? The picture for chapter 61 was small on the panel. Oh, it was small on the panel. Yeah. Inside the actual, right? Inside the actual book. Oh gosh, how to explain that? The pages that I work from are big. You know, I do like 11 by 17 turned horizontally, and it is. Hold on, I want to make sure I have it right. Yeah. 51 by 5100 by 3300. So they're big, you know, and they're at 300 res. So they're actually really big pages, and that kind of lets me yank out a little piece and actually reduce it really small for the final version. Like the stuff on the cover, all the cover images are, I think those are all brought down to like 100 resolution. So they're almost the same. They're the actual size that you're seeing is the size of that image. So I can reduce like this huge picture, like shrink it all the way down and kind of stick it right in there. Yeah, that's kind of, and it maintains, when it's that big, and you shrink it down, it maintains all the clarity of the image, crispness. I don't know. Sorry. There was an alarm running in the background, and it really threw me off when it went off like that. So, okay, back to the questions and answers. You know what? I'm gonna redo that. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let me see. It won't do it. Screw it. Okay. So then the next question is Jeff still 15, and when is his birthday? Okay. The answer to that is no. Jeff isn't still 15. He's, well, yeah, no, I guess I was about to say he's technically 16, but no, he is 16, and then Amy is 17. Basically, yeah, up until chapter 46, basically from chapter 1 all the way up to chapter 46, all of this has pretty much been taking place over the course of 1 year. I know, it's a little weird, but so we kind of missed his birthday with all the chaos that's going on in their lives. But I'm trying to think. I actually wrote it down on here. Jeff's birthday is Jameh 5th, 5881. That was his birthday, the day he was born, the day and the year he was born, 5881. And it's Jameh, capital J-A, capital M-E. And that's the month, sort of. And then it's the second month of spring on Aravana, so there you go. There's that. It's a little weird, but yeah, we missed his birthday. There's no way that I could have come up with a decent excuse in the story to celebrate, have him stop in the middle of all that chaos and celebrate his birthday. I do have a later story that deals with, this whole birthday mess that's going on, and just them dealing with the fact that they didn't get to stop and celebrate. But we'll get to that. This one, okay. I set it up so that they were kind of relevant to one another. So the next question was, what is Lelma 3 5896? Well, I'll just go ahead and say it. What is Lelma 3rd 5896 and Jameh 18th 5897? And what are those symbols? Basically, those are the dates. They're the date, the month, the season, the year, and it's basically the story is almost at any point in the most recent chapters. It's sort of jumping between two periods of time, and that's what those two periods mostly are. Like the present, which is the most recent date, the one that's, what is that, 97. I'm so dumb. I had to look down and read 97. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of numbers running around in my head, but 97, which is the current year that Jeff and Amy are running around in the Black Castle, and then 96 would be the year previous when they're walking around on the island on Sahan with Struger and Vimmer and, well, pretty much everybody. But yeah. Oh gosh. What are those symbols? I want to say. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna answer it. It's a story element that's actually coming up as of this recording fairly soon, but there'll be an answer. I mean, it's not very complex. It's just something that I wanted to have in the story. So explain to the characters in the story, because they don't really know either. I mean, at least Jeff and Amy don't know, and I guess Vimmer doesn't know, and I guess I'm saying too much. So anyways, next question. Ooh. The question is, I shouldn't have laughed. It's not funny. It's just, is Amy a logicsmith? I guess this one's kind of recent too. Now that I think about it, I didn't put the date of when these came in. But is Amy a logicsmith, and can anybody be a logicsmith? Amy's complicated. I'll say that. She technically is, but she's learning. And yeah, in this universe, pretty much anyone could be. But again, it's complicated. It'll be less complicated as the story goes on. It'll make sense. But she technically is. But she wasn't, well, I guess since she wasn't raised a logicsmith to be a logicsmith, then it just, you sort of have to play catch up. It's like learning how to ride a bike as an adult. You know, you're going to play catch up. And it's a little bit more awkward to some degree, because I don't know, we're all a million times more daring when we're children than we are when we're adults. We're less about risk taking, you know. So hopping on a bike and, you know, being okay with falling down is perfectly fine when you're a kid. You know, just scrape a knee, you get back up on the bike, and you're ready to go because you want to learn how to ride a bike. But as an adult, you know, you might be a little less comfortable with falling and hurting yourself. Understandably. But yeah, it's complicated. Sorry. Okay. This last one. Does Jeff have a nose? Because sometimes you draw him from the side without a nose. The profiles. Yeah. He does and he doesn't, because I haven't decided on what his nose should look like. Like, you can go through a bunch of the chapters, and you'll see occasionally when I do side profile pictures, you'll actually see a lot of the characters, a lot of the characters have changed as far as their profiles. Amy, her nose has changed. Jeff's has changed. Charlon's whole face has changed. A lot of the characters change, and that's just because I really can't decide. I mostly wanted to always avoid having most of the characters in profile, because it's just not strong for such cartoony looking characters. It just they would look really awkward. It's actually like, well, I can think of a couple of references. It's like Tezuka said about his character Astro Boy, when somebody asked him about Astro Boy's hair, and kind of how he was, well, once it went from the manga to the anime, and they were trying to figure out, they were asking how would he resolve the issue with the hair, because, you know, his hair is like this weird sort of spike kind of thing pointing out, you know, it's weird. But and he was like, basically, no matter what angle you're looking at him from, his hair always looks the same. So, you know, he could be looking left or right, and his hair is always going to look it's going to have that exact same profile, which is really funny. It's funny, but that was him. I guess that was him recognizing that it would look weird if he tried to figure out how it would look at all angles. And I mean, you know, he's just being a cartoonist, you know, and having fun, messing with his readers. But I personally I haven't settled on a profile for Jeff, to at least where his nose is concerned. And I kind of like Leiji Matsumoto. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. Leiji? Well, Mr. Matsumoto. He's the guy who did Harlock. I really like Harlock, that whole saga. But he has a character, Tochiro. Tochiro. That's in that, and he kind of has that squashed nose kind of thing, like Dennis the Menace. Like if you ever look at I don't even know if Dennis the Menace runs in comic strips. Do they have Sunday comic strips anymore? But Dennis the Menace has that little squashed nose. Actually, it's like what I draw for myself on my the little cartoon image that I draw for myself is a little a little squashed nose. And it's like Dennis the Menace, but he does it for his character Tochiro. And I definitely remember I saw that as a kid. Like they showed a bunch of the Harlock movies, and he was in there. And so I definitely have a lot of characters that are drawn like that. And I was toying constantly, off and on, with the idea of Jeff having that kind of nose. But it's weird. It's really weird for a character like him. Yeah, it's really weird. Oh wait, is that the last one? I think that was the last one. Yeah. I was just thinking about those noses. Dennis the Menace and Tochiro and Jeff with that nose. I've drawn pictures. If I can, then I'll post it somewhere in this video, like on the side or something, or on one of these sides. Here, there. Yeah. So, gosh, that was actually really cool. I didn't have a lot of questions in my inbox and stuff, but those few were really cool. I guess if you have any questions about Goblin, anything in there, definitely send me. Well, I guess you could send an email. I have there's an actual Goblin related email. It's goblyncomics@gmail.com. So you can send any questions, concerns, hate mail. No, but yeah, you can, any questions, you can send them there. I would love to actually do more of these, and answer some questions, or if you just want to say hi. Yeah, so I guess I should probably end this because I wanted them to be really short, but I ruined that by rambling. Sorry, I ramble a lot. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to me ramble, and especially thank you so much for reading. Bye.